Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of Mind Your Own Business. As promised, here is the first of a couple of videos, sessions on flow. And this is from the book Flow from Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, and that is how you pronounce that. And flow is really about that place where your skill equals the challenge, and thus you're in the zone. It was like floating. I was able to just be, and that was more than enough. That's what flow is. And there is a science behind flow that is important to understand. And it's not unlike how big a person do you need to be inside to handle a big problem, right? A size 5 problem needs a size 6 or greater person, or you're going to struggle, react, get defensive, and spiral. So if you think about a challenge, and this is any challenge that you're facing, it could be complex, it could be simple, it could be technical, it could be human. If the challenge is high and your skill in handling it is low, you're going to develop anxiety and you're going to be unproductive. You're going to be unhappy. There are a lot of uns that you'll be. If your skill is extremely high and the challenge is really low, you're going to be bored. It's just not that challenging. It's sort of like the idea that all I really want out of life is to lay on the beach, until you start laying on the beach, and then after a while you try to figure out something more meaningful to do. And so the concept of flow is seeking out challenges that meet your skill, allow you to grow your skills so that you can be in flow. So that is what flow is. And from Brian Johnson's heroic notes, here are some key pieces that are important here. And I'm going to scroll through it, And I love this first one. A person can make himself happy or miserable regardless of what is actually happening outside them, just by changing the contents of consciousness. We choose whether we're happy or not. Don't let the outside control you. You can't be in flow if that happens. There are a lot of philosophers who have talked about this, but it's not enough to know how to do it. You have to do it, and do it consistently. And this is a lot like athletes and musicians. And you might remember from a prior podcast that there's sort of 3 levels of practice. You can practice until you can do something. And then you can practice until you can do it with few mistakes. Then you can practice something until you never, ever make a mistake. In fact, you gain mastery. And this is that level of doing. You must gain mastery of this. The mark of a person who is in control of their consciousness, their mindset, is their ability to focus their attention at will and be oblivious to distractions. That's flow, oblivious. Concentrate as long as it takes to achieve and not longer, and then turn it off. And if you do this, you're going to enjoy life. This is one of the secrets to enjoying life. And we talked about boredom and anxiety and flow, that you need enough challenge to keep you interested, enough challenge to keep you working and getting better, but not too much challenge to where it causes you to fail irreparably. A little bit of pain is always good. So transforming adversity is important. We need to reassert control, find a new direction in which you are on top of or ahead of the situation. In fact, I love this quote: of all the virtues we can learn, no trait is more useful, more essential for survival, more likely to improve the quality of life than the ability to transform adversity into an enjoyable challenge. Obstacles make me stronger. Let's go get it. So when you focus on flow, and it looks like there's only going to be one of these podcasts, you can initiate change, because social change happens with each of us being the best we can be and trying to be the best person we can be, less reactive, more proactive. And so Flow, which is this book, is a very, very good purchase and read. A couple of warnings. It has some of the smallest print that you will experience. I mean, it is very, very dense. It is it's heavily footnoted. It is a scholarly piece of work, but easy is often the enemy of good, and this is worth the effort. So I hope this was helpful today. Appreciate it. Take care.